If you would have told me 5 days ago that Kendrick Lamar was going to be dropping an album November 22nd, 2024, I would have called you a buffoon. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about this brand new GNX album by Kendrick Lamar, and I do have a lot to say about it. So with that being said, strap in, bro, get some cranberry juice, Cheerios, and let's get right into this video. Kendrick Lamar is very big on having an almost perfect public image, and after Mr. Moore and the Big Steppers, one of the biggest agendas there was separating him from being some type of god who just makes perfect music, all this super conscious, an all-seeing person. He reminds a lot of his audience, bro, he is not your savior. He is literally a normal person, and a lot of the time he has to almost get into a character on a lot of these albums to explain a storyline better. But ever since Mr. Moore and the Big Steppers, we've seen a lot more of the flaws of Kendrick Lamar, bro. He's been a lot more open with the don't mess with me I would diss you, bro. He dropped 15 diss tracks on Drake. That is pure hatred, and hatred is ignorance. And Kendrick Lamar is just you know what? I'm gonna put a lot of that. I'm some hierarchy type of person. He's nah, bro, I'm gonna stoop down. I'm gonna let you know how I feel personally, because there's definitely a understanding of what's true compared to how you feel. I mean, a lot of the time what you feel is not exactly the exact situation, and he's aware of that, but he's still going to be feeding into that on this album, and I definitely appreciate that. He had a lot of variety on this album, GNX. He had a couple of great features on here, but overall it's a West Coast type of vibe, the least conceptual album that we've got. And honestly, I do think that this is on the lower half of Kendrick Lamar's discography. I even think that Section 80 could arguably be better than this, just because of the fact that I'm a big sucker for concept albums. But I do think that this was the best time to be dropping this album right after Mr. Moore and the Big Steppers. This is a lot more of a just fun album. He didn't take it too seriously, and I think that's definitely incredible, and I definitely think it's one of the greatest albums of the year. But he intentionally treated it like a mixtape almost, and just didn't drop album of the year almost on purpose, which I don't know if that sounds like a hot take. I feel like he intentionally did not drop album of the year on purpose, which kind of sounds like I'm a Kendrick laser, I'm not gonna lie. So maybe I'm gonna take a step back and reflect after this video. But we're gonna talk about each song here, starting off with this introduction, Whacked Out Morals. And I definitely think that this was a very, very long introduction. He addressed Lil Wayne on here. He also addressed Snoop Dogg on here. Snoop Dogg was yeah, bro, I was on edibles when I reposted that Drake diss that he made on you. And yeah, I mean, Snoop Dogg's always going to be high, though. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just Snoop Dogg, bro. Lil Wayne also took more offense to it, it seems like, even though that Kendrick Lamar wasn't necessarily dissing him. He was just I'm sorry for taking your, Super Bowl spot, bro, but I also worked for it. It wasn't a hatred thing. The Lil Wayne's still one of the greatest of all time, but hopefully they do not escalate the situation by responding, and then some massive beef between Lil Wayne and Kendrick happens, because I dearly love Lil Wayne and I dearly love Kendrick Lamar's music. But Whacked Out Morals was definitely a little bit of a longer song, a lot less replayability on it. But Squabble Up was that one song that we got at the end of the Not Like Us music video, and I think that song was absolutely incredible. Very catchy. I like the Lauryn Hill sample on there. And then we have Luther, and this had SZA on it, and I think that the overall vibe on here was absolutely incredible. I think that it kind of reminds me of Purple Hearts in a way. It's more of just a slower, but it has a little smooth rap on it, and I really appreciate Kendrick for that. Man at the Garden was, in my opinion, one of the weaker tracks, but I honestly can't tell yet, because I'm still very fresh. Excuse me, I've just burped into my microphone. I don't know if you... Actually, I do think that Man at the Garden was an incredible song. I think that Hey Now got a little bit repetitive at times, but I still think it was a great song. Reincarnated was one of the strongest tracks on here, and he thinks he's Pac, bro, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, I don't know, I can't tell him that he's not Tupac at this point. He has a West Coast Tupac type of beat, and I think it's incredible, bro. I think that Kendrick Lamar did an incredible job. The flow on here was absolutely crazy. He just kept going and going and going, and it was great. Then he continues this with TV Off, and actually, bro, instead of saying mustard really loud, I'm gonna have something for you in this video. I'm gonna say subscribe. Okay, bro. I'm sorry. But TV Off was an incredible song. Dodger Blue, I really enjoyed. Roddy Ricch had an incredible feature on here. I love me some Roddy Ricch. I really hope that he drops another album soon. I don't know what happened. He kind of started the album well and then just stopped. Peekaboo was another incredible song, and I definitely appreciated it a lot. I think that it had a great addition. I don't know exactly who that feature was. It seemed like Kendrick Lamar was putting a lot of people on this album, and it makes me very happy, bro. The Heart Part 6 was pretty great, in my opinion. I think it was definitely one of the weaker in the Heart series, just because I feel like the other ones, he got more personal almost, but on this is more of like a mainstream type of version of the Heart, which, I mean, the last one that he dropped, I guess you could say, was more mainstream, but like this sounds more mainstream if you catch my drift. But with that being said, the Heart Part 6, I'm very glad that he completely ignored the fact that Drake made that big diss problem thing mabobber that he did. But then this gets followed up by, in my opinion, the worst song on the entire track list by a long shot, which is actually the title track, GNX. I just don't like the song, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I just do not like the song. But with that being said, I do have chicken patties in the oven, so I'll be right back. I'm about to go pull them out. My timer just went off. Okay, so this last song on the album is actually incredible, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, it completely flew over my head the first time I heard it. He started the album off calling Gloria a B word, all this stuff, or he was calling somebody that, and for a second I thought he was talking about like he hates his like wife. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, like if I was Kendrick Lamar's wife, I would not be trying to be like cooked in a song like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then I looked on Genius, the app, incredible app, and they told me that this entire song was a metaphor about Kendrick Lamar's relationship with his pen, and it actually says it in the last sentence of the song. I probably was just like enjoying the last moment of the like album, so I don't know why I did, like, it just completely went over my head. But this song is actually incredible. It personifies his pen. I'm a quote Genius. Common personifies hip hop as a woman, only revealing this personification in his closing line. Absolutely incredible, Kendrick Lamar. You've outdone yourself. Maybe not outdone yourself, but this album is definitely very incredible. Gloria, incredible song. I'm very glad that SZA's on here, bro. I love SZA, bro. Can we also appreciate SZA for a second here? Okay, it's enough appreciation time now. Here are my socials if you guys want to check that out. Also, let me know what you guys think about this Kendrick Lamar album in the comments below for a chance to get pinned. All that stuff. It's, you know what I'm saying? And Kenny Mason, bro. I'm not... If Gory.Prod is watching this right now, I'm gonna add him on my next video talking about Kenny Mason. Also, I'm gonna talk about the Tyler Creator, Alter Egos, Ranked, Worst to Best, all that stuff. Let me know how you guys feel about the Kendrick Lamar album, though. So, yeah, subscribe. We have a lot of stuff coming your way, coming to a station near you. Make sure to still listen to that new Law and stuff coming out, because I'm gonna be on one of his songs. And that's all I gotta say. I love you so much. God bless. I'm conflicted, and I'm out. Peace.